The French Riviera may be known as a little slice of paradise, but it's also home to a very fiercely contested footballing rivalry. Monaco and Nice are two of France's grand old clubs, separated by a mere 10 miles of picturesque coastline. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So a genuine derby, and it certainly has that feel. Two clubs, each representing the beautiful French Riviera, fighting for the right to have control over it.
Well, Peter, one mustn't forget also that this is a clash between two of the more established institutions in the French top flight in recent years that have tasted success both domestically and beyond. So there's no shortage of quality either. Both sides have cause to be confident, and I hope that leads to a very open and entertaining game.
We have already started here. Two tribes going toe-to-toe.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course, you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
That's great control. He's got away.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Sanson, and he was quick to react. That has ended up in no man's land.
Peter, we're very fortunate to be in the presence of Gianfranco Zola.
One of Italy's most beautiful footballers ever.
No doubt. And he brings such a natural, instinctive feel to a game with his freedom of movement and his dazzling ball skills.
Wahi! And he's running through. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And here's Wahi. Klaus. Monaco yet to have an attempt on goal. Of shapes to shoot! Goal! Nice! There is the breakthrough. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. And a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
They've played it short. Now it's Gerrard. Nice have the chance to go the other way. Diop. Nice looking ball. He's being urged to shoot. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Could be danger here. He's found a way, and he shoots! And for a moment, time stood still.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Dante. Klaus. Tries to play it through. Sanson. He is through here. Oh, well played, well played. He can get that clear. Not the most convincing of passes. Shifted upfield. Klaus. In by Klaus. Keeper has taken decisive action. He's gone for goal! Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. And we're underway again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Short changes him with that pass, and he cuts out the supply. Diop, who does have an assist to his name. Lovely feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Cruyff. He shifted it to the flank. Monaco still this single goal behind. Beckenbauer. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline.
And Hullet!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Back into the middle. Sanson. He's had a shot! Thuram gets it away. Cannavaro. Pressing high and with purpose. Well timed, excellent interception. Monaco perhaps contemplating their next change here. Cleared away. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to...
Gerrard! And that could have brought them level.
Gerrard was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Hullet goes short. Otto. Turns and goes back. This might spell danger.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
So what can they make of this? Time is running out here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And here's Tevez. Now it's some goes for a shot! Dispatched clinically. Dying minutes, and we're all square again. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Klaus. And Ndombele looking to get on the end of this. That's very neat. And Dombele gets a cross in. Shoots! And that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance miss, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Otto.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball.
And time is up. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it. And, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome...